Hi everypony, PowerPup97 here with another My Little Pony episode review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Magic Duel. This was requested by, surprisingly, ObsessionIsMagic. So anyway, let's begin the review. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Season 3, Episode 5, Magic Duel. This episode features one of the most popular Dark Horse characters in the series, the great and powerful Trixie! This pony made her debut in the episode Ghostbusters, and ever since then, tons of people have been anxiously awaiting her return. I think almost as much as Princess Luna. Anyway, let's begin. The episode begins on a rainy night in Ponyville, and a mysterious hooded pony gallops into a pawn shop, I guess. Come on, we all know it's Trixie. Get on with it. Anyway, she desires this thing called the Alicorn Amulet, but the shop owner tries to discourage her by warning her how dangerous it is. But then she bribes him with gold. Classic cliche. So then we cut to, I guess, the next day, and we see Twilight Sparkle, Fluttershy, and Spike with Fluttershy's animals. Apparently Twilight is going to use a magic spell on them, and Fluttershy is like extremely scared about it. She also gets a little assertive, and for some strange reason, a lot of fans love to see Fluttershy when she's angry. So Twilight makes the animals fly, and they loved it. But Fluttershy was still being a wuss about it. Then Rainbow Dash rushes in and warns Twilight about an emergency going on. We then cut to Ponyville, where every pony is gathered around because of some strange magic that's going around, and it turns out to be Trixie. Surprise, surprise. She winds up using the Alicorn Amulet that she purchased and places some kind of curse on each of the main six. Oh, not only does Trixie return in this episode, but so do her two biggest fanboys, Snips and Snails. Anyway, Trixie wants revenge on Twilight for humiliating her the last time she was at Ponyville, and she challenges her to a magic duel. Until she accepts the duel, Trixie continues to cast random spells all over Ponyville. The loser of the duel will be banned from Ponyville. Who made her in charge of the town? Oh yeah, the Alicorn Amulet. So Twilight accepts the duel, and naturally she loses after Trixie pulls off an age spell, which is the only spell Twilight could not do. And just to make extra sure Twilight doesn't return to Ponyville, Trixie puts a glass barrier over it. Man, I can use one of those to keep bugs and wind from bothering me. So Twilight goes off to figure something out, and she is unable to do the age spell on her own. Normally she would tell Princess Celestia about this, but she's off in Saddle Arabia, which is apparently another country outside of Equestria. She could send a letter to the princess, but Spike has to send the letter, and Spike's trapped inside the barrier that Trixie made, while Twilight is outside. So Twilight goes to her alternative go-to representative, Zecora. Zecora agrees to train Twilight so that she can rematch with Trixie and win. Now I'm surprised that Zecora isn't one of the Dark Horse characters on this show. I happen to know a few people who like her a lot, but that's just me. Meanwhile in Ponyville, Trixie is bossing every pony in Ponyville around, like she's the new queen of Ponyville. Oh, and also Pumpkin Cake was there. One of the spells Trixie does in this scene is Tickle Applejack with Feathers, which sounds similar to something in a fanfic I wrote, but I digress. Oh, there's also this running gag of Pinkie Pie not having a mouth throughout the episode. Obviously that's one of Trixie's spells. So when Trixie finally gives the ponies time off, the other main ponies go to Twilight's library to see if they can find a book that has the answer to their problems with Trixie. They have no luck, but Fluttershy finds the answer, and as usual, they all ignore her because she's a doormat. Turns out the Alicorn Amulet provides excessive magic to any pony who wears it, and also corrupts the user, but it also has a magical lock that only Trixie can unlock. The ponies try to come up with a plot to get the information passed on to Twilight by sneaking past the force field Trixie made. And of course they elect Fluttershy to do it. She hides in a log to make it look like a group of beavers need to take it out, and the plan works. The birds try to lead her to where Twilight is, but she chickens out. What, does Fluttershy really want Ponyville to crumble to the ground? Some hero she is. Makes me wonder why she has so many fans. So Fluttershy gets the info over to Twilight, but she doesn't know how to unlock the amulet. But then Zecora tells her this riddle. Fix your magic, use the 6. Twilight gets it, but at first I didn't, and, well, just wait. I'll get to that part. Twilight returns to tell Trixie off for cheating, and shows her this amulet that Zecora gave her, which she claims is more powerful than the Alicorn amulet, and talks Trixie into a rematch. Twilight winds up doing all these spells that Trixie didn't even know were possible, and also Lyra and Bon Bon were in the background. Trixie steals Twilight's amulet and takes off hers. However, it turns out the other amulet was a fake. It turned out that the tricks Twilight pulled off were all set-up gags pulled off by the other ponies. Now I don't understand the whole how the use the 6 part of that riddle is supposed to play into that. So to me, I still don't get it. So now Twilight and Trixie have become friends. Trixie begs Twilight for mercy, and Twilight forgives her. Oh, come on. I have a feeling Trixie will be back again later in the series to do something evil again. She's got to be the Dr. Wily of My Little Pony. So, final verdict, this episode was subpar. I'm sure Trixie's return made the fandom rejoice, but I for one am not a fan of Dark Horse characters. I always tend to root for the mains. I didn't really get much out of this episode. All I learned was Trixie is evil and power hungry, the Alicorn amulet is dangerous, unicorns have their limits when it comes to magic, Twilight solved a riddle that was told to her but never explained, and also Applejack can support Rarity on her back. Seriously, I am going to spend years trying to figure out what use the 6 means, and I still probably won't know even when I'm in my 50s. Well, that concludes another episode review. Now it's time for an update for you guys. You're not going to be seeing me post videos as often because I just got a new job and I start work tomorrow. It's a full-time job, so maybe if I'm lucky I'll post a new video on the weekends. Now you're probably wondering what my next episode review is going to be. Well, I haven't gotten any requests since this most recent one, so I've got nothing on my list. But feel free to post a request in the comments box, because this is your chance. However, Bad Clayman 1 suggested to me that I should just review my favorite episodes. So I'm going to take his advice, and if I get some time, the next episode I plan on reviewing is my favorite episode of the series by far, The Ticketmaster. So until next time, Powerpuff 97 away.